Examples. So given the information here, we are to decide in each case whether there are no triangles possible, exactly one triangle possible, or is it the ambiguous case where there are two triangles possible? Let's give it a look. Now notice there are no pictures. So task one for you, make a picture. And as much as you can, try and make it a little bit to scale. Now I'm going to encourage you to always start this way. Take the angle you have and make it. So 77 degrees is going to be a pretty steep side here. 90 would be straight up. 45 is a perfect diagonal, so 77 somewhere like in between there. Now here, I'm going to label this as angle C, which is for us 77 degrees. And I'm going to put here the non-C side length I have. So that means 8. I'm going to hang then the C side length off of here, but I'm going to make it a dashed line only because I don't know exactly yet where it's going to be. Now, if this is 8, just kind of trying to keep things to scale, I'm going to make my line segment here a little bit shorter. It just makes it easier for what I see to match my calculations, so hopefully my intuition and calculation coincide. Here's what we need to check. Compare this side length C with this straight up and down height, which in this case is going to be B sine C. So if we, on the calculator, do 8 times the sine of 77 degrees, that ends up being about 7.8. And here's what I see. To go straight down, I would need a length of about 7.8. This length I have is only 7. So even if I was swinging it around like this, trying to reach this opposite side, it's just not ever going to happen. It's too short. This is a case that does not produce a triangle. No triangles are possible with that information. Let's go again. Once again, a ray here. 43 degrees is pretty close to 45 degrees. This is my angle C. 43 degrees. This side I'm going to call B, 23 inches. And then a 22-inch side, I'm going to put, I want you to be red to be consistent. It's 23. 22 is going to be pretty much the same length. Those are not that different. And so already looking, it looks like we're going to get at least one triangle. Let's now do our official check. I want to compare side length with this theoretical height. That's going to again be B sine C. So if we do 23 sine 43 degrees, okay, that's about 15.7. Okay, so this is falling in that special zone. The side I have is more than this, but it's less than this. So if I swing this around, it's going to make a triangle right here. But if I keep swinging it around, it's also going to make a triangle right there. This is that ambiguous case. So this time there are two possible triangles. Nice. Let's go again. Here's what we see. Okay, 88 degrees. That's almost 90 degrees. So almost straight up, just not quite. So if I'm labeling things, notice this time my angle is A. So angle A of 88 degrees. You know that side C over here is 31 centimeters. And then side A is 41 centimeters. Okay, well, right away, let's not work harder than we have to. In our cases, what we saw was if your side A, this side we're trying to fit, is longer than your side C, you're only going to have one triangle all the time ever. There's no need to even really do any more work. So one triangle ever. And again, that's coming from right here. So our opposite side, that A, is greater than the adjacent side we had here. Therefore, only one triangle possible. You can do more work if you want. I wouldn't. I'm a very lazy mathematician. And then lastly, 92 degrees, so a little bit past straight up. So our first obtuse triangle if we've got here angle B at 92 degrees, here's really all we need to check. All right, if this is 7, hey, B, remember, is the one across from angle B, and that's a big old long 31. Woo! So here's another case where we're going to be able to make one triangle, but that's it. Because if you swing it around, you're never going to hit that again. So this is another one triangle case. Likewise, if I had the obtuse ones are easy. Because if this is bigger than 90, I just have to look at these two numbers. If the one opposite the angle, so B, if B is bigger than this, we're going to have 1. If B is smaller than this, then we have none. You don't even need to do that intermediate step of the calculation. So do work through the practice. If there's any that aren't matching up and you're not sure why, check in with friends and neighbors or check in with me.